But the thing is, those judges there, they don't go by the law. They don't do what's right. It seems like they always find for the big corporations, for the banks, for the credit card companies. I mean, that's the way that the system seems to work there. But you know, on this other case, I feel like, I mean, Jeff, they tried to frame me for a crime, did they not? In Cherokee County, did Preston Peavy attempt to frame me for a crime I was a victim of? And I want you to answer that honestly.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what their intent was.
You don't know what their intent was?
You were not guilty of. I mean, maybe their intent was to.
He had a professional transcriber altered transcript that exonerated me. A professional that went out of business and disappeared since then, immediately. He eliminated exculpatory evidence of that crossbow. He ignored it when I tried to present it to him. He ignored the only eyewitness at the scene, who was never interviewed to this day. Now you're telling me now, see, that's the thing I don't understand about you. I'll ask you that. I got another tape conversation with you where I say, they tried to frame me. And you said, yeah, they did. Okay, yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, they did. I said, you know, Jeff, they tried to frame me. Yeah, they did. That's what you said. Now, they did. They tried to railroad me, and they tried to manufacture my guilt, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they definitely tried to railroad you. Absolutely.
Well, isn't the railroad the same synonymous with more trying to frame you for something you didn't do, so they can...
Well, I'm not saying that they were after you and came and picked you out because of this. They came out, they did a sloppy job, and they tried to cover it up by continuing with the charges, even though they had no basis for them.
Right. Well, but altering evidence, isn't that framing someone to eliminate exculpatory evidence? I always thought that was framing someone. If I've got exculpatory evidence on you that clears you, and I know it clears you, but then I do everything I can step by step along the way to eliminate that exculpatory evidence. Isn't that trying to frame you for that crime?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? And that's what Peavy clearly did, isn't it?
If he did it, yes.
Well, Peavy's, I mean, it's clear to any jury that overheard all the case of my case and my witnesses, if it was ever presented in a hearing, which it never has been, I guarantee that jury would go, God, this guy simply just tried to railroad this guy. He tried to frame him. I mean, they tried to manufacture his guilt and put him away for something he not only didn't do, but where he was the victim. What a nightmare. You know, no wonder there's so many people that are finding out that they're innocent in the criminal justice system that have sat in there for 10, 15, 20 years that they were innocent. No wonder. Look at what this guy did. See what I mean?
Sure.
So
it's not an isolated incident.
No, it's not isolated at all. But I mean, I'm just confused as, you know, why would you ever be wishy-washy? You know, in one case I'll ask you about it. You say, they tried to frame me. Yeah, they did. Or then I'll say, well, they tried to frame me. Well, I don't know if he tried to frame you. Well, what is it to take a transcript of a recorded conversation that exonerates someone, where someone said, well, you did hit yourself all night long, didn't you? You know, what is it to take that? And also, a two-way conversation where we were both talking. I was talking, and she was talking. I was talking, and she said something. Then she said, well, I don't want to get arrested. I got to go. And then she said, you did hit yourself all night long. I got to go, and hung up. Okay? Now, what does that mean to take that transcript and have a professional transcriber say, hey, look, what we're going to do, we're going to eliminate her from the conversation because we don't want him talking to her. Because if she's talking to him, she's certainly not afraid of him. See what I mean? See? I mean, it's all fit, perfect picture. Okay, if she's talking to him, you know, she answers the phone, she talks to him, well, how scared should she be? And why would she say this stuff? Well, let's just eliminate her from the conversation. You know, that's a felony, what he did there. When he came out to collect that crossbow and ignored that exculpatory evidence on the dust the shaft of that crossbow that you and an expert witness had seen, that's a felony, Jeff. Sure. You know, and then to bring it to the grand jury to have me indicted for aggravated assault based on tainted evidence and ignoring that exculpatory evidence, that's a felony. I mean, there's a lot of things he did that were incompetence, but there were things he did that were clear-cut felonies. I mean, you know, in a felony case, to alter the evidence is a felony. So here I am else getting nothing, and I think it should be clear that I should get my house back. I mean, and it seemed like to me that you should be standing up for me and saying, man, God, just give the guy $450,000, you guys, and end this thing. Because, he deserves his house back. He had a job. I mean, the guy turned his life around. Everything was going good. And Mr. Walker has maintained sobriety now for over 19 years through all this stuff. Well, why don't you put him back in the position that he was before and give him his house back? Or give him the money to get his house back, so he can start where he was a decade ago, where this nightmare started for him. Don't you think that would only be fair, Jeff?
Of course that would be fair.
Well, what's wrong with a system to do the fair thing? What's wrong in a system that just does the right thing? I mean, can't we develop a system that says, okay, let's do the right thing, where an attorney says, yeah, I'm just going to stand up for Mr. Walker's rights and do the right thing. I mean, because I just feel like so much about this system is so broken that people sit in prison. I mean, this last I just got it yesterday in the mail, and it was done on the 21st. Just like the day before Good Friday. Isn't that ironic? Good day before Good Friday to celebrate the Christ rising from the dead. Like everybody believes, 85% of people believe in this country or something, okay? So they dismiss they affirm my dismissal, the Superior Court's dismissal, on the day before Good Friday. And now I get this thing in the mail, on the 26th, I get it in the mail on the 26th, and I've got 10 days to respond. Not just to respond by mail, but to have it in the clerk's hands within 10 days. I mean, that's just totally insane. I have to file a motion for reconsideration in the clerk's hands within 10 days, and I might not even get it by U.S. mail for 7 days. I might not even get it for 10 days. You follow me? I mean, these statute of limitations are just totally nuts. So how is a person, especially someone, let's say, like in my case, that was homeless, living in tents, living in boats, living in sheds, trying just to survive, which I did a pretty good job of it, But the thing is, how is that person going to respond in a timely manner? Or that person that's in prison, for God's sake, how is he going to respond? By the time that something gets sent to his parents, let's say, and they send it to him, the 10 days is up, isn't it? So, I mean, the whole system's broken, and that's what I want to bring out, that we need to change the system. This system needs to get off this legal jargon and all this legal rhetoric and just go back to a down-to-earth, truth-finding system. Okay? Well, let's have a jury hear this case and see what they say. Now, how hard is that, Jeff, in my case, to say, oh, heck, Mr. Walker, he deserves to have a jury hear his case. Let's let him have a jury hear his case. Right?
In this case, you'll get a jury.
In which case?
A case against both parties.
You think we can get a jury?
Oh, absolutely. The right to a jury.
Okay. Well, let's just
judge found in their favor or in your favor. And they're asking for that, and we're asking for that.
Right. Well, I guess I'm just disheartened by the fact that we're in Gwinnett County. I just don't think it's good. But if we have no other option, and you promised me that you will appeal it, if we lose there, that you'll immediately file the paperwork to appeal it to the next court, so that we can move forward again, and maybe something different something will change. Is that fair enough?
Absolutely. But I believe that you have a good case. I believe that it will ultimately that you'll be found to be in the right and you'll be found to be in the wrong.
Okay. Well, let's move forward with it, Jeff. And I want to tell you, I do appreciate everything you do. I don't want to ever take anything away from. I know you work in a system that you have to walk a tightrope, And I mean, it's free.
The way it was, and if I had believed differently, maybe we would have looked at not that there were any options, but. I think that because of your case, because of the strength of your case, I guess my general opinion is that